Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. So today I'm going to finish up grade 12 paper 2 2022. So I didn't finish up this question yesterday because I was sick. So I have flu, but I will try to solve this question paper. So okay, we're doing question 4. Question 4, they said that in the diagram, M is the center of a circle, which is 3 and negative 5. And we are also having P as our diameter. And we have KL is a tangent to a circle at N. And N we are given that is 7 and negative 2. So first question they said, calculate the coordinate of P. So in order to calculate the coordinate of P, we're just going to use the midpoint formula. Since we have a midpoint, we just need to locate the coordinate of P. And to do this, we are going to use this formula. X midpoint is equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. And y midpoint is equals to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So let's go back. What do we have? We have n, which is what? 7 and negative 2. So n is our what? It's a point. It's not a midpoint, this one, which is 7 and what? Negative 2. So our m is what? Is 3 and negative 5, which is the midpoint, 3 and negative 5. So what you need to do here is to take this 3 for x. It's a midpoint for x, which is going to be 3 is equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. And so now we need to take what? Negative 5 for y midpoint. So it's going to be negative 5 is equals to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So okay, now we are done with this point. So we need to do what? We need to use y. So since this is a what? It's a x, this one is a y. So we need to do what? We need to just substitute to any position. It can either be x1 or x2, you just choose. But if you choose x1, so even this side, it means it has to be y1. So if you choose x2, so even this side, it has to be y2. So let me choose x1. So it's going to be 3 is equals to 7 plus x2 divided by 2. Then, and this side is going to be negative 5 is equals to negative 2 plus y2 divided by 2. So cross multiplication is going to give us what? Is going to give us 6 is equals to 7 plus x2. So taking 7 to the other side, we find our x to be what? To be 6 minus 7, which is equals to negative 1. So okay, let's check for y. So y, same thing, cross multiplication. Then after cross multiplication, you're going to have this equation. Then after, we need to take negative 2 to the other side. So we're going to have y2 is equals to negative 5 plus 2. So here is going to be what? Is going to be y2 is equals to negative 3. So now you can say, therefore, coordinate P is what? Is negative 8 and what? No, sorry, negative 1 so it's negative 1. Then the other one, oh wait, I made a mistake here. Cross multiplication, you can check. Cross multiplication, here it's supposed to be 10. Sorry about that. Here it's supposed to be 10. Because it's negative 5 times 2, which is 10. Then negative 10 plus 2 is what? Is going to give us negative 8. So here is going to be negative 8. Okay, let's go to the second question. The second question, they said, determine the equation of the circle in this form. So okay, to determine the equation of a circle, the first thing that we need to do is to calculate our radius. So our radius square, we can use 2 points that we know. So I advise you to use m and what and n, because those are the values that you were given. Then after that, the value of a and b is our what? Is our coordinate at the center of a circle, which is what? Which is 3 and -5. So okay, let's first calculate the radius. So radius is the same thing as x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So here is going to be what? 7 minus 3 squared plus then -2 minus 5 squared. So be careful with the brackets. So since it's negative, you need to put this number here inside the brackets. So now let's use our calculator. Here is going to give us what? Is going to give us 4 square plus here is going to give us -3 squared. So this number, this one is going to give us what? 16. Then this one is going to give us 9. So 16 plus 9 is what? Is 25. So meaning our radius is what? Let me erase here. Our radius is 25. So our radius is 25. So then let's check the value of A and B. So A and B, I said you go to a midpoint. Go to a midpoint of a circle. Then you're going to say X. So since this one is positive, here is going to be negative squared plus Y. And then since here is negative, here is going to be positive. 5y squared is equals to 25. So this is the equation of a circle. So they wanted the equation of a circle in this form. So this is the equation of a circle. So we're done with that one. So let me just write it here. So our equation of a circle 4.2.1. We find our equation of a circle to be x minus 3 squared plus y plus 5 squared is equals to 25. So okay, let's go to 4.2.2. So 4.2.2, they said calculate or determine the equation of KL. KL is this one in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So okay. So in order to determine the equation of KL, firstly we need to calculate the gradient of radius, the gradient of mn. So let's use mn because those are the coordinates that were given. Let's not use p because if we got p wrong, it's going to make the rest of the question to be wrong, especially this one. And there's 5 marks. You can't afford to lose 5 marks. So let's use mn. So we are going to firstly calculate the gradient of m. Okay, n m. So we know the formula is given by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So our n, let's check our n. So our n is 7 and -2. 7 and -2. Then m is 3 and -5. So here you're going to say -2 minus 5 divided by 7 minus 3. So this one is going to give us what? Is going to give us 3 over 4. So that's our gradient. So that's a gradient of a radius. So now we need to do what? We need to calculate the gradient of KL. How can we calculate the gradient of KL? We know that here is perpendicular to a tangent. So the radius is perpendicular to tangent. So we are going to use a perpendicular formula for getting the gradient of a second line. So here we're going to say gradient of NM times gradient of what? KL is equals to -1. So okay, we have a gradient of what? NM, which is what? 3 over 4 times what? The gradient of KL is equals to -1. So now we just need to divide this number. So how can we divide? We're going to say L is equals to -1. Then here you're going to say 3 over 4. Then please make sure that you put this number inside the brackets if you don't know how to swap the numbers, the numerator and the denominator. So here now you need to do what? You need to say gradient of KL is going to be what? -4 over 3. So okay, since you have a gradient of the line KL, so now you just need to do what? Use this point N in order to find the equation. So at least now we are going somewhere. We know we're going to get our 5. So now you are going to say y is equals to mx plus c. So y is equals to -4 over 3 x plus c. So I said we're going to use the coordinate n, which is what? 7 and -2. So here you need to substitute that this is our y, this is our x. So you're going to say -2 is equals to -4 over 3, then substitute 7, and then plus c. So taking your calculator, and then we say -4 over 3 times what? 7 is going to give us -28 over 3 plus c. So you need to take -28 over 3 to the other side. So c is equals to -2 plus 28 over 3. So now it's -2 plus 28 over 3. So our c is going to be 22 over 3. So now you can conclude and say, therefore, our equation of a straight line is going to be y is equals to -4 over 3 x plus what? 22 over 3. So this is your equation. So they're going to give you 5 marks for this. So okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question, they said, for which values of k will y is equals to -4 over 3x plus k be a secant to the second? Okay, for this one, what is a secant? A secant is the line that touches circle in 2 points. So we can't see here, but a secant of this line is going to touch this circle in 2 points. So here they are looking for the values of what? Possible value of k. That will make what? This equation be a secant to the second. So in order to find those values, you need to use this point N and what? And point P. You just need to substitute this point into this equation and substitute this point here to this equation in order to get our what? Our k or y-intercept. So okay, how can we do this? So we're going to say 4.3. So okay, from 4.2.2 we got our c as what? As 22.3. so this is the first value, because if we substitute n, which is 7 and what? And -2 to this equation, y is equals to -4/3x plus k. If we substitute this point, it's the same thing as finding what? C. So you can just substitute -2 is equals to -4/3, then 7 plus k. So this one is the same thing as what? K is equals to 22/3. So now we need to substitute the other point, which is what? Which is p. So now we need to substitute for p. So remember, we got our p as what? As -1 and 8. So now we are going to say y is equals to -4/3x plus k. So now let's substitute. It's going to be 8 is equals to, okay, sorry, it's not 8, it's -8. So -8 is equals to -4/3. Then here you are going to substitute -1 plus k. So this one is going to give us 4/3 plus k. Then we need to take 4/3 to the other side. So now we're going to have k is equals to -8 plus, no, sorry, not plus, minus 4/3. So using our calculator, -8 minus 4/3 is going to be k is equals to -28/3. So the possible values of k that will make the equation to be secant is going to be -28/3, less than k, or less than what? 22/3. So the values or value that will make this equation to be a secant is going to lie within this interval, but without including what? Without including 28/3 and 22/3, because those are the intercepts. Those are the intercepts. So okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question, they are saying point A, which is T and T, and B are not shown on the diagram. Okay, from point A, another tangent is drawn to touch the circle with center M at B. So okay, we are told that there is a line somewhere. I'm just going to imagine a line, or just try to sketch a line. So okay, they said that there is a line somewhere here. I'm just trying to visualize the line, and that line is a tangent. So that line is starting from where? Starting from A, and then it touches the circle where? At B. So now they want us to show that the length of AB is given by this formula. Okay, so to do this question, we need to check the information that we are given. So we already know the circle of what? The equation of a circle, which is this one, x minus 3 to the power 2, and then y plus 5 to the power 2 is equals to 25. So okay, this one, I'm going to, let me open a new whiteboard. So okay, this question, I'm going to start from the equation of a circle, x minus a squared plus y minus b squared is equals to r squared. So this is the equation of a what? Of a second. So now we need to do what? You need to know that there is an equation. Since A is the external what? Is the external point. Is outside the circle. Is the external point to this what? This circle equation. So the length of the tangent is going to be given by what? The length of AB is going to be given by square root of what? Of x minus a squared plus y minus b squared. Then take this one inside minus r squared. So okay. So since we have what? We have our a, which is negative 3 squared plus y b, it was positive. Then our r squared, we need to check. We found our r squared to be what? To be 25. Remember, to the equation of a second, to this one. So now we need to do what? We need to substitute the 25. So now we need to do what? We need to also substitute what? X and y, because remember we're given that t is what? We're given that a is what? Is t and t. So here you need to do what? You need to say square root t minus 3 squared plus t minus, plus 5 squared minus 25. Then simplifying this is going to be t squared minus 6t plus 9. Then this one is going to be plus t squared plus 10t plus 25 minus 25. Then let's put square root here. So okay, this and this is going to be 2t squared. This one and this one is going to be plus 4t. Then this and this is going to cancel each other. Now we're left with what? 9 square root. So let's check if we have shown the way they want. So yes, we have shown the way they want in this form of 2t squared plus 4t plus 9. This way. So okay, now let's go to the next question. So the next question, they said determine the minimum length of what? Of B. So to determine the minimum length, okay, wait. Okay, so to determine the minimum length, we're going to use a formula of a, since this is a quadratic formula, you can see the formula inside is a quadratic formula. So we're going to use the properties of quadratic. So it's 4.4.2. So we have AB, which is what? Which is square root of 2t squared plus 4t plus 9. So remember, there is this equation. We're going to use this equation. T is equals to negative 4 divided by 2 A. We are going to use this equation. So now we just need to do what? We just need to substitute so okay, we are going to use this equation. X is equals to negative b over 2a. So this is the equation. So now we need to use this one. So negative 4 is what? We took this one here. So we're going to say t is equals to negative 4, then 2 over 2. So which is going to give us what? Is going to give us negative 1. So then after, we need to substitute this number to where? To our original formula. So it's going to be, the minimum of AB is going to be 2 negative 1 squared plus 4 negative 1 plus 9. So adding those numbers is going to give us what? Let's check. It's going to give us square root of 9. Square root of 7. So this is the minimum point. So okay, now let's check for, I think we're done with this question. Let's go to the next question. Okay, the next question is trigonometry. So first question, they said given that square root of 13 sin x plus 3 is equals to 0, where x is the element of 90 degree until 270 degrees. Without using a calculator, determine the value of sine 360 plus x. So okay, in order to determine this one, first of all, we need to draw a graph. So drawing a graph of this one is going to be square root of 13 sine x is equals to negative what? 3. So I'm taking this 3 outside. Then after, I'm going to divide here by what? 13. Divide here by what? 13. So sine x is equals to what? Is equals to negative 3 over what? Over 13. So remember, sine, when I draw this diagram, so sine, remember, is what? Is y over r, opposite of hyperbole. So now we need to get what? We need to get our x. So but before I get my x, there is something that is going to guide us here. So the line, it's either going to be this side. Why? Because y is negative, or what? Or this side, because y is still negative this side. Okay, no, we need to check the restriction. Since we are given that x is the element of 90 degrees plus 270 degrees, so we can't have this one. This one is wrong because it's exceeding the boundary. Remember when they said from, sorry, give me a few minutes. Guys, I'm going to stop my stream here. I don't have my charger here and the battery is low, and someone want to use the venue.